started a video yesterday, and I wanted to talk about some things. And I don't know, seem like usually when I start a video on my phone, the radio would stop playing, but it's steady playing. So we gonna let it go ahead and do its thing as long as everybody can hear me. But my sister just called me, and I know that's strange because I never even mentioned it. I mean, it's people in this world that has known me for a decade and have no idea that I even have sisters. And I actually got 5 of them. Why? One of them passed away New Year's Day, not last year, but the year before that. And she was a twin. And I got 2 sisters by my mother's side and 3 sisters by my daddy's side. And my sisters on my mama's side was twins. Well, they still twins, one of them just passed away. But I've always had a feeling that there is a good twin and a bad twin. And it was the good twin that passed away. The bad twin is still here. And when I tell you she mean, baby, she like heartless type of mean. She just called me a few minutes ago though, because she trying to create a relationship with me. And you know, I try to remain open to that, but baby, I can't subject myself to you changing your mind about what you want to do and then mistreating me mentally and emotionally. So I'm open to it, but you know, it's real, like it's distant. At any rate, she called to tell me, mostly she was just like complaining about her neighbor and how her neighbor is, you know, she taking her neighbor to court, and you know, she being really mean because her and her neighbor getting into it because her neighbor got a lot of dogs and her neighbor is gay. And so she, and then let me tell you, I know she done a bunch of gay shit in her life because I know about her when she was younger, but she still has this, you know, position of a hierarchy over gay people, and so the guy must be gay. I don't know who he is, and he got a lot of dogs, and his dogs come over to her rented yard because she is renting a house, but is treating it like it's her house. And the reason why it's like I said it like that, basically because I take my dog for a walk every day, and all I want my dog to do is use the bathroom. And I got bags with me. I pick up my dog poop, you know, wherever we go, I pick up his poop. And it's this one house with this one lady who got a small dog that's in the house, and if he get a whiff of my dog, he in there barking up a storm. And she blames my dog for being in her yard, provoking this little maniac dog that she has. And so talking to my sister was like real, like kind of triggering, because my sister literally said this is what she got planned for this man and his dogs, his 5 dogs. She done went about a bunch of rat poison and food that she is going to mix the rat poison in so that the dogs will eat it, so that they will all die. And like, I just said, like, why you don't be that mean? Why you don't? So, you know, her thing was, well, his dog keep shitting in my yard, and like, you know, but she miserable. My sister is miserable. Like, she, in her own mind, she miserable. So that lets me know, and that's something that I already knew, but sometimes you just need to put the pieces of the puzzle together, and you're just like, yeah, that's what it is. Because this lady that's on my wall with my dog, she gotta be miserable. Because she goes out of her way to be mean to me and my dog when you are in your house. Stay in your house. Just let me walk past with my dog. Nobody told you to choose your ugly ass, barking ass dog. My dog don't even bark, barely bark. But my sister is so upset about these dogs that live next door to her. She took this guy to court. They going to court and they feuding. And see, this how people get killed, because my sister got a gun. And to me, in my opinion of my own sister, she is itching to shoot that motherfucker at somebody. But people like that get hurt. And that's what I'm thinking about with my sister. You done took this guy to court. You bought all this stuff to kill his dogs when you get an opportunity to mix this shit together and put it in your yard so they can eat it and die and all this kind of stuff. You could do all this mean shit you want to somebody, but something might happen to you. Karma may happen to you. You do not know what's gonna happen to you. Why be that mean to somebody? I just, you know, I don't really get it. It's strange. She was offering up, you know, another relationship with me toward the end of the conversation and talking about, you know, she wanted me to be honest. That's what she said. She wanted me to be honest and don't lie. I'm not a liar. I always tell the truth. The truth get me in so much trouble. It's ridiculous. So at the end of the conversation, she says, you know, whatever was in the past was in the past. Because she done some evil, ornery, nasty ass things to me. And I've never done anything to her, y'all. Like nothing. I've never done anything to her. Mentally, physically, emotionally, nothing. What I do, which is probably hurtful, you know. But what I do is I just cut you off. I just don't talk to you. I don't talk about you to nobody. Like you literally don't exist in my world anymore. If I don't fuck with you, I ain't calling nobody, talking about what you did, how you did it. It's irrelevant. I don't fuck with you no more. And so maybe that is kind of hurtful, but I mean, what do you expect? What do you want from me? Like, that's my way of dealing with the situation, by cutting you off and not fucking with you no more. So she wanted to create another relationship, because this is probably the third or fourth time that she done tried to, quote unquote, you know, get back in some kind of relationship with me. So she said she wanted me to be honest. So I'm like, I'm thinking to myself, well, what have I ever lied to you about? You know what I mean? But I didn't say nothing. I just said, yeah, I understand, you know. And she said, well, have you heard from Casey? And Casey is my oldest son, whom I think is gay. He has said repetitively that he's not gay, but he's been involved in gay relationships, but swears that he's not gay. But that's neither here nor there. She said, have I heard from Casey? And I literally have not heard from Casey since mid-April. And my mama's birthday has passed, and my youngest son's birthday has passed. Outside of my youngest son, we're going to just omit him, but my oldest son has never missed my mother's birthday, because he is my mother's favorite and he favors her. They both kind of link up in their mutual hate for me, you know. And but that's a whole nother video. I ain't gonna go off into that, but their relationship is kind of, you know, based off of their mutual hate for me. But he never misses her birthday, and she had one on May the 7th, and then nobody heard from him. He didn't call me. He didn't call her. He didn't call my other son, because I got 3 sons. He hasn't called anybody. So I feel like in my heart that he's dead. I feel like he's dead. Not dead to me, that he's dead, because he's addicted to meth, and that's the drug that he favors. And so he does meth, and he's also into fentanyl. So I feel like he dead. When he left my mother's house, he said, he told my mother, I think he tricked her out some money to go to Texas, supposedly to treatment, because that's what he said, he was going to treatment. And knowing him the way that I do, and I do know him, Knowing him the way that I do, if he went to treatment and he was actually getting his life together, we would have heard from him. You know, my middle son would say, well, maybe he trying to get his life all the way together before he reach out. He wouldn't wait. If he was just remotely sober and living life right, and baby, he would be reaching out, because for some reason, much as he hate me, he gotta be around me. He gotta be connected to me. He gotta be associated with me, because I've been telling him for years that he needed to deal with the hate that he had for me, because if he didn't deal with it, it was gonna cause him a problem. And when the very first time I told him that, he said, I don't hate you. What make you think I hate you? I knew that he was hating me. It didn't bother me shit. I hated my mother because of the shit she did to me. But the difference between me and him was that I don't fuck with people that I don't fuck with. You know what I mean? But, you know, you hate me, but you want to be disrespectful. You want to be in my presence and be belligerent and curse and talk foul and say fucked up shit. And like, damn, if you mad at me, that's going on about your business. You know what I mean? Live your life. Go and do what most gay people do. Go to another state and live openly how you want to live, and let everybody else believe or think whatever they want. He didn't want to do that. He wanted to be in my presence and treat me like shit, deny being gay, and getting high and feeling like that was cool. But when she asked me, had I heard from him, all I said was, I think he dead. And I do. I feel it strongly. Like, because I do have, like, a energetic connection with him. And anytime that I had wanted to hear from him, like he was gone for a long time, and I just wanted to know, was he okay? Was he alive? I could literally just say it out loud. Like, Casey, call me. And he would do it. Within with a short amount of time, that I put that out there, that frequency out there, that I needed him to call me. He has not. I believe that he is dead, and I'm not upset about him being dead. And I think that's what she probably felt and got upset about, because I just said it as matter of factly as you could say anything. But I mean, what can I do about it if he is dead? I'm not finna be all falling all out crazy and not living my life because he chose to do what he wanted to do with his life. I just don't even see death as a bad thing. You know what I mean? I have wanted to commit suicide on a numerous of occasions. The only reason why I don't do it is simply because one lady told me one time, when I told her that's what I wanted to do, she said, well, you know what? I think that we come here to experience being a human, and we have to do it over and over again till we learn certain things. So if you kill yourself, you mess around, have to come back here and go through the same thing again. And baby, ain't nothing more important to me than passing this human life when I'm having to come back and repeat it. And so that's one of the main reasons why I cannot commit suicide, because of the fear of having to come back and redo this same, because my life been a motherfucker. It really has. It has been a motherfucker. My son think he went through some shit in his life. Honey, he ain't been through shit till he been through the shit that I done been through in my life. But I'm not empathetic about it. If I ever find out that what I feel in my heart is true, I may shed some tears. I may even get upset about it. But for the most part, I feel like, well, okay, at least he don't have to suffer no more. He don't have to suffer with the mother that he chose to be born to. He could start over and do life and with a different mother and maybe get better circumstances next time. But she hung up on me. Soon as I said, she hung up on me and she got me blocked. And she swear for a living God she ain't got me blocked, because that was the first thing she said when she called me, that how could she have me blocked and call me? I said, Vicky, you can block me, but I don't have you blocked. That's why you can call me. You got me blocked. I don't got you blocked. She got me blocked big time. But that ain't no big deal to me. The only reason why it's an issue right now, because our mother's in Texas and my brother up there trying to take advantage and got her thinking that she finna get ready to die and she need to have surgery and she need to have a nurse and he need to be responsible. And I really believe that most of his decision making is predicated on the fact that he wants the income that she got coming in. But she ready to go. She don't even want to be up there no more. And so I've been trying to get in contact with my sister so that she can be abreast to what's going on with my mother. Because like I told my mother over the phone the other day, while y'all are opting for surgery for you at 83 years old, that don't mean you gonna make it. You might not make it through surgery. I think you need to come home and talk to your own doctor and figure out with your doctor whether or not you should have surgery. But my brother, baby, is gung-ho. He didn't even know what they was having the surgery for. He just saying that, you know, the doctor said. Baby, when I tell you that a doctor is a human being, a doctor is a human being, baby. And they can only go off based on what you tell them. So a lot of times when you dealing with the medical field, the standard American medical field, which is acronym for SAD, them motherfuckers don't give a fuck about you. What they care about is the dollar that's coming into their pocket, the hospital, and, you know, all the people that's got some stock in the shit. They don't care about because if they cared about people would not be as sick as they are. They would be telling people the truth about what they eating and what they need to do to maintain and be without medication, babe. All they want to do is do surgery on you and give you some medication. And then study you like you some type of study so they can figure out how to, you know, do somebody else. But this is my Thursday rant. I wanted to go to the movies today, but I guess the universe don't want me to go because I can't book a ticket. I want to see this movie called Friendship. It might happen. It might not. I'm going to go in the house and see if I can figure out if I can get a ticket, because every time I tried to get one at work, it wouldn't get it. The movie don't start to 6:30, and if it start at 6:30, that means it don't start to 10 minutes to 7. So I may be able to still make it. But I started to do my little vlog yesterday, and my mother called, and so it's only like a few minutes. I'm not sure if I'm gonna post it because I didn't get really a chance to talk about nothing, and I can't remember what I even wanted to talk about yesterday. But that's my vlog for the day.